Welcome to the Wednesdays with Will podcast, where Will shares weird, wacky, and wonderful things that go through his mind on Wednesday.
Yo, what's good in the hood, homies? It's your boy, Willie Will III. Welcome back to the, graphics, Wednesdays with Will podcast. Shout out to all you guys for listening. Got my water here, keeping me hydrated. Got to keep my water close, and your fiance's closer. Shout out to the fiance in the building.
Hey.
Honestly, why I have the water here. She don't be drinking enough water.
I'm sorry.
I be on to her about that. He needs to drink more water.
Hey, I gave you a hack.
Yeah, apparently she drinks water with, if you give her a straw. So, she likes to suck, apparently.
Oh, my gosh.
But,
William.
shout out to, this is why she's not on camera. She's shy. Next time.
No, you didn't give me a chair.
Yeah. It's Wednesdays with Will. But we out here.
Oh, Wednesdays with Will, so no Alex.
You're on it's a host. So, like, people don't get the idea of, like the show is Wednesdays with Will. And
but I'm right there.
Featured,
I'm right next to you.
Actually, you're not. Are you on the frame?
I am.
Yeah, you are. There you are. You're in spirit. On my live. Shout out, we're live right now. I can only see my dad and me on the live stream cam. But, yeah, you're here in spirit. She's actually all around me here. Low key. It's kind of... If the FBI raided us, they'd think I'm like a stalker or something, probably. They're like, who's this girl? He's like creeping on. Speaking of stalkers, somebody tried to stalk my fiance today, and we almost had to
It was disgusting.
pull up on him and bring the homies. But
I was already creeped out before he talked to me.
Yeah.
Because this is what I hear.
No.
And I was...
Sounded like Darth Vader about to abduct you.
Yeah, and then he was like, "You look so good, girl. You just keep it up.
No.
Keep doing what you're doing." And just walked away.
And just walked off. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
I
No
was
thanks.
just trying to get some A&W root beer for $1.
A&W. A&W sponsor us, low key. You know, we talked about last week about Burger King sponsoring a wedding. I need A&W to sponsor our wedding.
We really should reach out.
Because we're like, Alex and Will, we're doing the whole A&W rustic theme. Root beer floats at the wedding. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. It was a surprise, but I blew it. No, you've been telling people. It's all right. Yeah. So we're going to really embrace that A&W theme. So reach out to your boy. Come on. Throw some three.
Should.
It really should. Come sponsor us.
Well, we'll. Like, hi, so we're Alex and Will. We're doing A&W and give us some cool things.
Yeah. Come on. We should try to get that work.
Okay,
so you'll do that. You wouldn't do a Burger King wedding, but you do an A&W wedding.
Yes, because I'm not going to Burger King to...
But what if they ask us to go to their headquarters? They're like, all right, pull up to the A&W factory.
Well, isn't there the A&W fast food? But they're always combined with like
yeah, what if we have to
Long
go
John
to we have to go to Long John, which is one of the most sus restaurants.
It's either Long John or they sometimes mix with other ones. What is the other one they mix with?
I don't know, but yeah, you're right. They're never A&W isn't strong enough to stand on its own. They always got to have the sidekicks along with them.
But I will say, I did get a free A&W root beer float. Not on A&W Day. But
but just on there, yeah. Yeah, let's do it. Because A&W, they could use the marketing. Because, like they're not strong enough to stand on their own. They always got to be held. If Long John Silver's is what's getting business to your establishment, you're not doing too well. I don't think they have much to go for them other than their root beers, honestly, man.
What do you eat from A&W?
They got like it's like American food. They got burgers, fries, their onion rings. So it's funny actually. Long John and Silver's and A&W both have their own onion rings. So if you go there, you get to ask specifically for which one you want. Neither of them are really great, but it's kind of like take your pick there.
Hey, but if it was free catering.
Free catering, yeah. So onion rings, burgers, and root beer floats.
Very different than what we're doing.
Very different, yeah.
But it is very American.
Yeah. But I think we're doing a very Texan rustic thing. Shout out. We're doing, you want to tell them what we're doing?
Okay, we're doing barbecue because this girl
BBQ.
can definitely eat some brisket.
Mm-hmm.
But why stop with just brisket? So we went to this Patriotic Pig.
Yeah.
Highly recommend.
Yeah.
We got so much food.
Mm-hmm.
$20. Every meat that they had, every side that they had.
They had the meats.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
So it was delicious. Their Mexican street corn, to die for.
Delectable.
Why are they having it at a barbecue place? Mexican street corn? I don't know.
Because Mexicans overrun the country.
Oh,
We're gonna
wow.
build a wall. Come on, Trump 24. Who's with me? I'm just kidding. Yeah. No, there's the Mexican street corn was really good. It was bussin', as the kids say.
Please don't.
A lot of the sides were pretty fire. Okay, where y'all dropped the ball is a mac and cheese. I expect better mac and cheese out of a barbecue joint. That usually be the one that come out strong. But yeah,
we are gonna add mac and cheese with brisket and barbecue sauce and little shooters.
Yeah, well,
It'll be good. So, but I was looking at ChatGPT.
Yeah. What were you browsing on ChatGPT?
So I uploaded both mine and yours.
Mine and yours what?
Instagram feed.
Oh.
And I asked them to roast it.
This ought to be interesting.
So, I feel like it's pretty hilarious. So, are you nervous? How do you feel like? What are they going to say about your feed if you're just going to guess?
About my feed?
Yes.
Probably, I don't know. Maybe I'm very conceited or something. And,
that you're conceited?
Yeah, like I'm all about myself. Because it's just a bunch of videos with me.
So, I asked it, I said, tell me about my man's Instagram feed. And it said, all right, let's dive into your man's Instagram feed.
First of all, how does it know who your man is and who my Instagram feed?
I put a picture on there.
A picture?
Yes, I took a screenshot.
Like of my Instagram or just of me?
Instagram feed.
Oh.
So the last.
So it found my post.
36,
Okay.
9.
I was like, okay, hey, I'm not all up with this ChatGPT stuff. I'm like, I don't know how much they know, how much data they collected on me, for real.
Well, I mean, people be listening just our phones, so.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really trust it, for real. That's why, honestly, my home button broke, and I'm not upset about it. I can't summon Siri, but now Siri can't listen to me.
Well,
so
I think it
what's the
does,
problem?
Because it still heard about that cruise.
Yeah, well.
All right, but back to this.
Yeah.
All right, so it gave you 6 descriptions.
Okay.
First of all, number 1, worship band roadie.
All right.
Is this a music account or a behind-the-scenes documentary of a worship band?
I mean,
we get it. You love music, but can you at least mix in some content where you're not at church or on stage?
well, if you would scroll back a little bit.
HEB enthusiast. Man, really said grocery shopping is an event. Multiple posts at HEB. Are you low-key sponsored, or do you just really love those aisles? You'd like to be sponsored by
I'd like to be
HEB.
sponsored. I mean, I told you, I'll sponsor just about anything. Come on, send it my way.
Security shenanigans. Did you actually get stopped by security, or is this some kind of performance art? Either way, it's giving me major I swear I didn't do it vibes.
Oh, okay. They're referring to the mall cops that tried to shut me down.
Yeah, those. Catchphrase champion. Great are you, Lord, and welcome home. Are these your personal mottos?
What?
Or, the welcome home thing of the open door.
Okay, they lost me there. That one's a stretch. Okay.
And great are you, Lord. I think you posted that some music thing.
I don't know, but don't put the Lord into this ChatGPT, okay? I rebuke you.
Loan proposal? Question mark?
Loan.
You took a break from being the worship band's #1 fan to show off a single moment of a proposal. Nice attempt at throwing us off, but we see right through your praise band obsession.
This is why I don't use ChatGPT, man. This is relentless.
And then number 6. Oh, no. That's not number 6.
How many numbers are there?
There's 6.
Jeez.
There's just 6 of them. That's all. Because, I did even more. Oh, the mystery outfit. Who's the dude in the costume at HEB? Is this a new way to avoid being recognized, or did you just randomly find your spirit animal pushing a cart?
Here's the crazy thing. So is it Tiger said nothing wrong with ChatGPT. Shout out to the chat. Here's the thing. Did it actually scrub through the videos, or is it just looking at the screenshots?
The screenshot.
Okay, because that's the thumbnail.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So
They're pulling a lot from that.
In summary, your man's feed is a perfect blend of church vibes, HEB passion.
HEB passion is crazy.
And random chaos. Definitely one of a kind.
Random, well.
So,
okay.
So, you know.
Honestly, I can't really debate it. I feel like it could be said a little differently, but, you know, at the end of the day.
Did I tell you mine?
No, what does yours say? Oh, boy. Oh, sorry about that,
morning.
guys. Yeah.
So, mine says, your Instagram feed gives off a very joyful and vibrant vibe. Here's a lighthearted roast. I get a lighthearted one. Happy couple overload. Are you trying to make everyone single feel bad? Or are you just this happy all the time? It looks like every photo is a celebration of something. Well, I'm sorry to all my single people, but we be having a good time. And then number 2 is smile alert. Is it possible to scroll through your feed without getting hit by a wave of teeth?
Well, it's not possible to see you without getting hit with a wave of teeth.
Oh my God.
You always be smiling.
Yeah. The energy is
Got a
almost
cute
too
smile,
much.
baby.
Do you ever take a serious photo?
No.
Not really, no. I try really hard just not to smile, but it's just...
Yeah. You have a beautiful smile, baby.
Well, thank you.
No.
Okay, so this is just going off 2 posts because I went to Disney World. And now it's saying I have a Disney obsession.
Well.
I don't. You know my friends. They have way more Disney obsession than I do.
Throw them under the bus, why don't we, huh? Yeah.
But proposal shot. Ah, the classic engagement photo. Did you practice that surprise look, or is that just your go-to face?
That's wild. That's the biggest roast right there. That's crazy. You practice that.
And then I'll just share one more from that. Animal whisperer, holding a sloth. Is this a subtle way of telling people that your spirit animal is the slowest creature on the planet?
That's crazy.
Ouch.
Wow.
But
Well,
I'm smiling.
thank you, ChatGPT, for your contribution to the pod.
Hey, I mean, one other hilarious thing. I asked them to roast our proposal.
What do you mean, Harper? Like the video or
Just the
picture? Oh.
'Cause
All right.
you want to hear it? Let's take a fun jab at your proposal. So I see you went for the classic, let's take a casual stroll on a bridge, where I'll totally surprise you with the ring approach. But let's be real, your guy looks more nervous than you do. Like, he's about to propose to the sloth from your vacation photos. Did he Google best public places to propose, and the first thing that popped up was a bridge near some random water?
Wow.
And let's talk about the setting. Who needs a romantic sunset or some epic backdrop when you can have a concrete bridge and a good old railing, right? Nothing says forever like the smell of damp pavement and the sound of traffic in the background. But hey, at least he went down on one knee without slipping on that bridge. Bonus points for not dropping the ring into the water. Now that would have made for a real memorable proposal story. In all seriousness, it's clear there's a lot of love between you two, even if the setting was more pedestrian than picturesque. What matters is that you are both taking this big step. Cheers to a lifetime of laughs and love, and hopefully some better settings for future big moments.
This episode of Wednesdays with Will is not sponsored by ChatGPT. In fact, we're starting a petition to cancel ChatGPT.
Can you not take a roast?
It's okay. It's one thing to take a roast from like a friend or a person, but to take a roast from an AI is just, it kind of hits different. It's like I just got roasted by a robot, like by artificial intelligence roasted me. Great. That just, it's a new level of low because I can't really roast back either. Like a good roast, you gotta go both ways. But I can't return the roast. You know, it's like you're nothing more than code. Like it just.
I also asked what our kid would be like.
Why?
Yeah. Energetic, playful, deeply rooted in faith and community, creative and musical, caring and compassionate.
Wow.
I mean, hey, it was more detailed than that, but you know, just add in the little.
Oh, it has something nice to say. My mom always said, if you don't have something nice to say, don't say it at all. And I think how do you say it? ChatGPT? Chad? G? What does that stand for? What does ChatGPT mean? Who's the G and the P and the T in them? Who are they?
It's capitalized. So
Is it like a what does it stand for?
All right, I'll look it up.
Yeah,
I'm gonna ask ChatGPT.
Ask ChatGPT.
What?
I don't trust it. Yeah, cause ChatGPT. Yeah, I want to know what that's about, but
I could do this for hours.
Yeah, and we need to also ask ChatGPT why Uber keeps sending me to orders to pick up that aren't there. Cause it's a whole thing. Let's shout out. Okay, did you get the answer before?
I did.
Yeah.
We're gonna switch to that, but it stands for Generative Pre-trained Transformer. So generative refers to the model's ability to generate text based on the input it receives. Pre-trained, the model is trained on a vast amount of text data before it's fine-tuned for a specific task, which means it's already learned a lot about language before you interact with it in Transformer. This is the type of network architecture that the model is built on. Transformers are particularly good at understanding the context and relationships between words in a sentence, making them highly effective for tasks involving natural language processing.
Yeah. Well, speaking of Uber, so I was driving yesterday. The last of the many times in the last week I've been scammed. Okay.
Who's rude?
Uber, stop sending me orders that have already been picked up. All right. I briefly talked about last week some of my struggles, but it's only gotten worse. So first of all, let me preface this by saying I used to have 5 stars. Actually, I currently have 5 stars again somehow. I made a podcast about a couple months ago about how I lost my 5-star rating. Apparently, you can get it back. I didn't know that, but I guess I got enough 5 stars. I re-upped. Went from 4.9 back up to 5. Oh. So I can now declare I'm a 5-star Uber a tier out here in these streets. So, but y'all are slacking with the eats. I'm about to start declining all Uber Eats orders because I keep going to restaurants, pulling up, and they're like, no, this order's already been picked up. And it always
by 5 other people.
By 5, yeah. Like 4 or 5 other people have already been through here. It's like, why y'all send it to me? One time I got mad. One time, because I had to drive like 10 miles to this place because it was like, oh, it's going to be like a $25 order. I was like, oh, heck yeah, I'll pull up. I'll go out of the boondocks to get to this. Get there, they're like, it's already been picked up. And the delivery address was only like a mile away. So I was like, kind of did some quick math, and I was just like, I'm going to just accept this order because in my mind, it's already been picked up. So hopefully it's already been delivered. I'm not trying to not get any of this $25. At least give me something. Because here's the thing. With Uber, if you cancel an order, you don't get any credit for it. You don't get any mileage reimbursement for going to the restaurant or anything like that. So I was like, you know what? I'm entitled to some I'm entitled to some compensation. You know those like commercials is like if Uber made you drive across town, you may be entitled to compensation. That's how I felt. I felt that energy right now. Where's my lawyer? Where's the Texas hammer when you need him? I needed him for that moment because I was entitled to compensation. So I still accepted that order like I picked it up even though I didn't have it. I went to the address, hit deliver, and I was like, all right, well now Uber's going to still give me their money. What to come to find out, I got a call from the guy that ordered the thing was like, hello, I just got notification you dropped off my order and I don't see my order. And I said, bruh, now I just went to the restaurant and they said some other people had already come through and picked it up. So I feel like some folk, there's some bad apples out here.
You went and checked.
I did go check. I checked the front door and I was like, oh, there's nothing there. I kind of hoped maybe he already grabbed it or something. But it's like, I didn't want to do all that research. I'm not going to lie. I was a little selfish. I wanted my money for driving way out in the sticks there. And then sure enough, Uber calls me. First of all, Uber's customer service trash. Y'all had some Indian person probably like, oh, I need to help you today. what do you... He was like, we have received an order that you say you delivered, that we have not received from the...
I thought it was a girl.
It was a girl. I don't know. I can only do an Indian guy accent, okay? So just go with the Indian accent. But basically, long story short, she was like, hey, you delivered an order that you didn't actually pick up. That's considered fraud. And I got a whole email talk from Uber about how they're going to ban me if I continue to participate in fraudulent activity.
Potential.
Yeah, it's alleged. True. They hit me on the OJ allegedly. You know, they couldn't prove, I guess, I actually did it. And so no actual factors actually took place. And it all worked out because, honest to God, I still got paid. It's to this day. That $30 is still in my account. And in my opinion, it all cancels out because that is one of 3 times in the past week that same exact thing has happened. And those other times I haven't gotten compensated as recently as yesterday when I had a $35 order to Wendy's pull up to same thing. This has already been picked up. And so anyway, Uber, you got to do better. But I feel like I need to talk to you Uber drivers, my fellow Uber Eats drivers out here in these streets. Some of y'all are some bad apples out here. I have a little... I got a sneaking suspicion on what's going on here. See, y'all are pulling up to the order because y'all can, to the restaurant. Y'all can see the order. Okay, it's a McGriddle, 2 chicken sandwiches, whatever it is. And then y'all are picking it up and then canceling the order or reporting it as you couldn't pick up. So now it's bouncing to another driver. But unbeknownst to me and the restaurant, you've already picked it up. So in their mind, it's already been picked up. To Uber's mind, it needs to still get picked up. And then I show up as the new driver, and all the restaurant tells me it's already been picked up. They can't do anything. They can't cancel it. They can't, compensate me in any way. It's just like you on your own, Playboy. So I have to, next time I'm going to contact Uber directly and be like, all right, here's the deal. I done drove across town to this. I ain't leaving this drive-through line until I get compensation. We're going to do a drive-through sit-in out here in these streets. Come on, man. We're going to take it back to the 60s, how my forefathers fought segregation. I'm going to fight that same energy in the drive-through line of Uber Eats. I will not leave. I'm going to turn my car off, and I will sit here until I receive compensation for my order. Come on. Compensation at last. Compensation at last. Thank God Almighty, we get compensation at last. That's going to be my plea all the way. But
that got intense.
Speaking of... But speaking of orders, man, with Uber, I mentioned a McGriddle. I don't know why that kind of slipped out of my spirit because Lord knows I have refused any McDonald's orders because out of all of the Uber orders, McDonald's is the worst. The absolute worst. And I thought McDonald's was supposed to pride themselves on being fast and quick with it, but they slow. They slower than the sloth on Alex's Instagram page. I'm like, can y'all get some urgency with these orders? I always am waiting 4-5 minutes, and it's never ready, never prepared. I'm sick.
They say they're cheap, too.
What now?
They say they're cheap, too.
Yeah, but, okay, nothing's cheap if you're ordering Uber Eats. Your Big Mac is like maybe $2.50 if you go there, but once you factor in the delivery fee, convenience fee, tax, and tip for Uber, you're like paying $10 for a Big Mac.
Well, okay, so if I get a McNugget, a 10-piece McNugget for a meal, so a drink, 10-piece McNugget and fries, $10. I feel like, I feel like everything is so expensive nowadays, but I could
because of that
get
Biden America.
Oh my gosh. But I feel like, you're going to between 10 and 20, but fast food, I could go to In-N-Out and get it for $5.
We have to go back to counseling. I forget.
Oh.
This girl like that In-N-Out.
No, I don't. I just like it's cheaper.
Yeah, In-N-Out is... Man,
I
I
don't know
saw
the
a
last time I
long
went there.
drive-through line at In-N-Out, and I'm like, man, the only In-N-Out we're going to be hitting is In-N-Out on the wedding night, amen. That's the only In-N-Out we'll be going to.
Oh my gosh, I just tagged you.
What do you mean?
I tagged you on Instagram. And my friends would be like, what in the world?
Ain't nobody on here. It's all good, man. Yeah. If you actually listen to the podcast and you're like in context, like you're contextually in this right now, you're a real OG. You know, I probably won't clip that. So like, no one's gonna really see it at the end of the day. It's unless you're an OG fan. And I've been looking at my analytics. And I've got a lot of foreign fans for some reason. Some of y'all are listening over in Africa. I don't know if my accent was that good. Y'all thought I was one of y'all. Some of y'all listening. It's funny, all the countries I be insulting. Some of y'all listening from India. I saw a few European listeners. And I'll actually shout out, clap it up. We just hit 250 listens on Spotify. I just got that notification the other day. So clap it up, clap it up. We're going somewhere with that, okay?
Do you feel like you know any of them?
No, I don't. I'm telling you, it's a bunch of random folk. I mean, most of it is America, but like there's these random countries in there, and I'm like, why y'all? What y'all listening to this for?
Maybe it's your family.
Okay. All right, and now we're gonna take a pause, and this episode is sponsored by Bass Pro Shops. I could.
With your last hat.
Actually, you know what? This is sponsored. No, I'm not gonna promote Reborn Kings. All the times I keep trying to put myself out there for a sponsor, and that's why I just constantly sponsor myself. Even though last episode we don't talk about retiring Bass Pro, but I'm gonna keep running up the numbers as long as there ain't another non-sponsor sponsor in there. Okay, so that's just what we're working with. So, but anyway, that's my grief with Uber, man, and specifically McDonald's. I don't know why McDonald's be taking that line. They say it like my grandma. She used to say, McDonald's.
No.
You don't like McDonald's. She be like, go up to McDonald's, get me a couple Big Macs.
What happened to the good play places in McDonald's?
Oh, that's a good question. Yeah, McDonald's done canceled the play places. I don't know I think COVID shut them down completely, but they were already kind of fizzling out. Man, that McDonald's over there on 377 and Hightower, back in my day, that McDonald's was popping, man. I remember it had the biggest play place in this tri-state area. I don't know what that means. They say that on Phineas and Ferb. But it had the biggest play place out here. It had the video games, the GameCube built in. Every 2 weeks, the controller was broken because them kids just gonna be abusing that thing. But I used to beg my mom and dad to just take me up to McDonald's to play. Kids were wanting to go to those play places, and now they don't care. I don't get why McDonald's, they're slipping there, and they're trying to make everything automated, a lot more simple, and all that stuff. They need to start going back to the play places, or better yet, stay up with the times. They need to start handing out iPads, man. Just start handing out iPads at the booths with the
They used
toys.
to have those little video games at the play places. Did you ever go to one of those?
Did you just not hear me say that? This
Yeah.
girl zone out good. I was just talking about it's my favorite one with the video games.
Which
over the
video game,
GameCube.
though?
They had a GameCube up at the McDonald's right down 377.
Did you play air hockey?
Yeah, some of them had that. They had a lot of those things, and that was a good time on them games. But they got rid of it, and so most of the play places are fizzling out.
When did you stop? What age did you stop going to the play places?
Probably about 22, 23.
Oh
I was like that guy. Let me get down the slide. No, I was in them play places. Good. I remember Chick-fil-A theirs was always small, and it was just overrun by kids. Too many kids.
But that was like the place to take them. But I'd rather be at McDonald's.
I'd prefer McDonald's.
I loved me a good Happy Meal. Well, I mean, I got roasted saying I smile all the time, but maybe that's why the smile came from all those Happy Meals.
Smiling. Yeah, that's funny about the play places. I heard Sonic actually is starting to bring them back, some Sonics have outdoor play places. I don't know if you've seen that, but I saw this post about Sonic installing pickleball courts.
Yeah.
So
it's just you reserve it, but it's free.
But yeah, you can reserve it on the app, on the Sonic app. You can be like, let me get a watermelon slushy, a supersonic burrito, and 2 pickleball courts for 1 hour. It's like, that's crazy. That's awesome, man. I think.
Do you consider pickleball a white man's sport?
Oh boy, why are you asking me this? She's trying to start wars on Wednesdays with Will. Her first episode in. So I don't mind. Oh man, here's the thing with pickleball. Pickleball is a sport that white men succeed at, because here's the thing: it's shrunk down tennis. So y'all done made it tennis easier. Okay, it's kind of like how knockout is white man's basketball game that they be playing, because all you have to do is shoot. That's what the white people be good at, the shooting. And so pickleball, y'all just simplified tennis. Y'all made it a little, y'all dummied it down, okay? Not that it isn't hard at all, but it's like if you can play tennis, you can play pickleball.
Can you play tennis?
Yes, I can play tennis. My dad grew up playing tennis, so I got that from my father. Tennis is surprisingly a black man's game. The thing is, it's just been kind of stripped from us. I mean, hey, the Williams sisters were out there keeping it strong. Shout out to Serena and Venus, keeping us up there. But, you know, we be, like, back in my dad's day, he used to be playing tennis up in the hood. Y'all think y'all was hooping and playing basketball? They was playing tennis into the midnight hour. So tennis was where it's at. But here's the thing. Anything cool, the white man takes, right? Hey, man, it's the struggle. They took over tennis. Now that's golf used to be black man's sport. My grandfather was at the golf course all day during the summer. But now that same golf course overran by the Wahites. The Wahite tribe came out in.
The black people.
It
started with the black
I'm not saying golf started with the black people. It started in Scotland and all that. So it definitely started white. But I'm saying when it came here, there was a lot more black people doing it. But then they done raised up the course fees and everything to get them up out of there. So what's up, Solomon? He said, hey, Wednesday. Solomon, you have any questions or anything? Hit the chat. But yeah, I feel like that's the thing with golf and with pickleball, tennis. So pretty soon, I mean, you see that happening in pretty much every sport. You know, basketball is starting to get taken over, you know. Baseball was the same thing. There used to be a lot more. The black people had their own Negro leagues.
It was a different league that you were treated not as great.
Well, because you didn't get any money or fanfare in that. But we was, the thing is,
But
we was
now
playing.
you are
They kept us out, and then once we could
inclusivity.
play, it's like, get them up out of there. Get them up out of there. Pickleball was made by women? What, you got to ChatGPT fact check that one. I don't know about that. Because I don't know too many women who be. Well, actually, I do. Where do the girls be playing pickleball?
Mostly hear girls be like, I'm going to the pickleball courts.
The pickleball. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, I don't know.
They're like skirts and they're like
Yeah,
so.
they wearing tennis outfits to pickleball. It's like, come on. I don't really get it. So yeah, pickleball, man. It's fun. I'm not going to hate on the pickleball. I'm not normally in the mood like, hey, know what I could do today? Pickleball. That sounds like a great time. I mean, it's like whatever. But anyway, any answer on that, or I'm gonna go up and get up out of it.
It was created by 4 men. So the game was developed as a family activity and is named after one of their dogs. Pickles.
Oh, yeah. The name doesn't really define the sport at all.
However, women have been influential in the growth and popularization of the sport over the years. So women have basically overtaken it.
Yeah. Yeah, pickleball is probably the worst named sport because it has no implications of what it actually is.
I will say, I went to go try pickleball. I got me pickleball paddles, the whole thing.
Yeah.
Took one of my friends who had never played, and we went to that Bear Creek Park, and they are very serious over there. They made us join this other group, and he had been to like 68 countries to play pickleball.
Yeah, they take pickleball way too seriously, man. Yeah. Gonna be in a pickle, but get out of it. Anyway, that was the weird, wacky, and wonderful things that are going on in my mind. I didn't really have a lot of news, didn't have a lot of topics. It was kind of an impromptu episode today, just because the fiance crashed the house, so we just pulled her up on here. But anyway, man, I hope y'all are staying strong out here in these streets. Stay hydrated, okay? Stay hydrated. Don't be like my fiance. Drink the water. If you need a straw, get you a straw, okay? Make sure to keep running up the numbers. I'm really excited about. What did I say? 150? Was it 250?
250.
250 on Spotify? I don't remember what it was. Whatever it was. Keep numbers going up. And hey, I need some comments. I was looking at that though. That's a little dry. Y'all dry with the comments, okay? So leave some comments. Ask some questions. Rate the podcast. I see there are some subscribers in there. I'm seeing some of these. I'm starting to dabble into the analytics more than I have before. And I need to see some more engagement, okay? I'm not the only one engaged out here. I need y'all to engage too, okay? So run up the numbers and make sure to follow us wherever podcasts are found. Look at the clips on TikTok if you just want to see the wild statements out of context. That's crazy over there. But anyway, God bless y'all. God keep y'all until we meet again.